This is an OLead, this is a Wobbler, and these are Steinmetz Solids, and they all have one thing in common. They all roll with a constant center of mass. But that's where the similarities end. Let's get started. How's it going, guys? Angus here from Muse. Many of you will be well aware of my descent into madness, that is the creation of objects that roll. I've made so many of them, but they aren't just conventional forms. They're all weird shapes that roll in some form or another. Several weeks ago, I produced a range of these objects known as sphericons, and the response was incredible. Many of you suggested amazing other shapes I should try out, so that's what this video is all about. Starting with this thing, generally known as a Wobbler. The Wobbler makes a great toy for kids and is geometrically the simplest out of the lineup, I would say. It's a modification of a cylinder where the form has been cut through at an angle to form these wobbly wheels. The Wobbler still rolls smoothly because the angled wheels counterbalance each other and the center of mass remains along the axle, and they're slanted and they're now big ovals, but looking at a side view reveals that they're actually still a true circular shape. This particular Wobbler was 3D printed using Polyalchemy Elixir PLA in Nightshade Purple. It's definitely one of my favorite colors at the moment and gives off a wonderful shimmering effect as it rolls. Our next rolling curiosity is the OLead. Even the name sounds exotic. This one was the most suggested object after the Sphericon in the last video, and it's easy to see why. At surface level, it does not look like it should roll at all. And even if it does roll, it doesn't look like it should roll in a straight line. But that's exactly what it does. OLeads were discovered by Paul Schatz in 1929, so they've been around for quite some time. Which is interesting because I actually had quite a lot of difficulties 3D modeling the OLead. I'm not 100% happy with my design. I used lofts to create it, and the OLead is known as a developable surface, which means it can be flattened down onto a 2D plane. So you can actually make this from paper. You get a 2D net, and you can fold up an OLead. But that means every point of its surface touches the 2D plane it's rolling on as it rolls. So it has to be modeled perfectly to work correctly. The center distance between the two circular sectors is critical, and my attempts at using lofts in Fusion 360, as I said, gave me this shape. It does roll, but it doesn't roll nearly as smoothly as I would like. In the meantime, however, I came across this design created by Wild Rose Builds. It's a simpler take on the OLead shape, and it does roll a lot better. So I'll link his design down below, go check it out. And he also has a video as well showing it rolling. But Angus, I hear you say, what if I don't have a 3D printer? I really need one of these things in my life, one of these OLeads. Well, I have good news for you. Check this out. This is a handcrafted stainless steel OLead. It's heavy and quite frankly feels amazing in your hand. It's got so much more mass than the 3D printed versions, which means it rolls a lot more satisfyingly. It's got a lot more mass and inertia to it when you roll it. The team over at Ronin Factory on Amazon sent this across to me after seeing the Sphericon video, and you can get your own below. It definitely makes the ultimate desktop accessory and paperweight, and it just looks absolutely incredible. Kind of the thing I would imagine if I was like a high-end CEO, this would be my paperweight. It would be on my desk, holding down all my my contracts and purchase agreements, something like that. Anyway, next on our list of crazy rolling objects is the Steinmetz Solid, or rather Steinmetz Solids, because there's a few variations. Similar to our Wobbler, you start with a cylinder. However, the Steinmetz Solid is created through the intersection of two or more cylinders of equal size. You can do it twice, 3 times, or as many as you like, quite frankly, from a variety of different angles. Each additional cylinder provides a new surface that the object can roll in a discrete manner. So I find the 2-cylinder overlap the most elegant shape in my opinion. It's known as a bicylinder. Wow, a name that actually makes sense for once. The bicylinder is super cool because in an ideal world, it's locked to 2 rotational axes of movement. Kind of like how our 3D printers have like an X and a Y movement. This can only roll in an X or a Y. It's got a sort of pillowed look to it. From the front, it looks like a square, but then from those axes, it looks like a circle. I have been racking my brain to try to think of some kind of game or maybe a wheel design or mechanism using the bicylinder. I haven't thought of anything significant yet, but if you have any suggestions, please do let me know in the comments below. Adding another cylinder to it creates a tri-cylinder, as you would guess. To be honest, the tri-cylinder is somewhat redundant. It still rolls in those discrete directions. It just means that there's another opportunity to roll at 9-degree intersections rather than 180 degrees. Making this 3D printable was quite challenging. There's actually various quadrants that lock together to an internal core, whereas the bicylinder was just 2 pieces. A lot simpler. You can go absolutely nuts with adding additional intersecting cylinders of all sorts of angles to get different effects. However, like I said, I think the bicylinder has a simple elegance to it, which I quite like. This is my favorite Steinmetz Solid in the lineup. And as a bonus, guys, I've done a few additional Sphericon prints since the last video. This is a 200% scaled modified hexasphericon printed with end spools, so like bits of filament I had lying around which were quite short. I'd mixed and matched them on my Prusa Mark III. It's got some Filamentum Gold Happens, I think it's called, some just generic white and red PLAs from unknown brands, and it just looks delicious. And I couldn't figure out why it looked delicious till someone pointed out that it's got the same colors as candy corn. Yeah, that would make sense. That's why it looks like I want to eat it. This is definitely going to become a prop for the set. Finally, I've been combining my love of puzzles and strange rolling objects lately with the Hexasphericon 3x3 puzzle. If you haven't seen my video on this, definitely go check it out. I have this whole anything to 3x3 video where you can turn any shape into a 3x3 twisty puzzle. And this is fully 3D printed, and it even rolls like the original Hexasphericon, which is this bad boy here. So it's the same design, just turned into a 3x3 twisty puzzle. All the files in this video will be linked in the video description, and if you did enjoy this video, guys, maybe consider subscribing to Maker's Muse. It is my aim to empower your creativity through technology, and I'd love to have you aboard. So guys, till next time, I look forward to seeing you again very shortly here on Maker's Muse. Catch you later. Bye.